We're joined in the media center by Top Fuel winner Antron Brown. You raced a 3.769 at 314.16 miles per hour to beat Steve Torrance in the final. This is your second win of the season, 56th of your career. You've had a good car all year, and you were finally able to make it translate onto race day. How's it feel?
It feels good. You know, we've been to a couple other finals this year that we wish that we could have, but this was a great race weekend. We're still learning some different things on the car, and we're growing on it. And the car is showing us just great signs of being a phenomenal race car. And Bryant, Mark, all of our guys on that Macro Tools U.S. Army Toyota team is just we're putting that work in, and we're reaping the benefits. And we had a couple rounds today that went our way, and it felt good to have that on our side, and we're just able to capitalize there in the final round with a really, really tough race against Steve Torrance and that Capco team. It just feels really good just to get one up here in Epping. This is a race that we haven't won, and it finally feels good to bring that Wally home up here in New England, especially be on the East Coast, and only growing up about 3.5 hours from here.
After Saturday night, did you just feel totally confident you were in all the right directions?
We felt really good on Saturday. The car responded well, did exactly what we wanted to do, and we're still having little troubles on the last 300, about the last 300 feet of the racetrack. Once the clutch goes on the one, we've been dropping holes, and you can see on that run we only went 314 miles an hour. So we just want to get that better. And we went one direction, and it made it worse today. So now I know Brian and Mark, they're going the other direction, and it's only a matter of time before we get that. Once you see that car start running 324 to 328 like the other dragsters, then we're going to be hitting on all 8 going down the racetrack, and that's what we're really pushing forward and working hard towards. So with that being said, man, I tell you what, it just feels really, really good just to knowing that when you work hard, sometimes it goes your way, but this weekend, we were still able to end up in that winner's circle, which was great.
DSR is 4 for 4 in Top Fuel here. For you, how important is it that information that you share with your team in coming out here today and getting this?
It feels great. Well, I know our DSR cars had a really good shot of. We definitely were going to be in the final, one of our DSR cars, and our other two teams that's racing this weekend, because we have 4 now with Leah driving with us, and but Sean, that Sandvik car, that car is running really good, and we all just got to qualify a little bit different where we don't see each other in the earlier rounds, because he could have beat anybody else that round, and same thing with Tony. Tony's car, the U.S. Army car, is running extremely well also, and he qualified good, and we're just working to be better and to qualify better. So we're just hoping that we can end up in the final against each other and push each other. And I see great things coming out of our stables for all of our cars, definitely getting on the up and up and competing against each other at a high level. And when we do that, that's when our teams are at our best, because we raise the bar even higher and race against the other teams even better.
Abnormal amount of red lights in the fuel classes this weekend. Why do you think that is, and is there anything you have to do to kind of avoid those pitfalls?
I think what it was is that the light here, it was, you look on the sheet, we had some long delays. It was like we were at the very end of how long a light could be. Like, you know, normal variance is 0.8 to 1.2 or 1.3 or something like that. And we had some lights that were 1.2. So in our class is getting so competitive where you just want to go. And you're on that timer where you just want to push the gas down. And I did it earlier this year in Phoenix against Leah. And I was just ready to go, and it was a long tree, and my foot went down while my mind goes, the light ain't come on. So we all have that, and especially when we're pushing and we're as competitive as we are out there right now. It's just, if you leave last now, the way Top Fuel is running, you're not going to win. Look how close Dougie beat JR in the final. Look how close all these final rounds been. Steve-O left on it before me. He would be taking a trophy home today. So it's like you got to be on your P's and Q's, and that puts everybody on edge. And when those trees are long, that's what happens.
Does this make you even more confident to be in Englishtown next weekend?
You don't get more confident. You just got a little momentum where we've been going rounds. We've been going a lot of rounds these last 4 or 5 races where we're starting to get in that groove. But also, you got to remember, NHRA racing is a sport of chance too, where you have to have some luck go your way.
Right.
And you only can set yourself up for luck by the way you set up, the way you qualify. So with that being said, is that you just got to take it while you can get it, because it ain't always going to come. Because this sport is the most humbling sport. We tell everybody. I tell everybody that all the time. You could be. I'm a hero at this thousandth of a second, and next week I could be a 0 at a thousandth of a second. So we just stay humble. We keep our head down, and we just give it all we got each and every weekend. And when it's your turn, the chips will fall your way. And this weekend was definitely a great weekend for our team for that.
I wonder what you thought of the number of people that were able to get back out here today and the fans of today.
It was great, and I had a lot of fans that came up, and that's the cool part about this track is that a lot of fans go, "Thank you for coming here." They really love us coming up here to Epping, up to New Hampshire. And the coolest part was I was giving a speech yesterday in front of the crowd over by our Maco Tools tent, hospitality tent, and a lot of people were staying outside. The tent was full, and it goes like, "Well, if it rains, I ain't gonna be able to come back tomorrow." And I just told them, I said, "Look, we only come up here once a year." I said, "Work's gonna be there on Tuesday. I said, "Come on back." I said, "Work ain't going nowhere." I said, "Enjoy yourself." I said, "Remember, you don't live to work, you work to live." And the funniest part, these grandstands were full today. Like, they all came back, and one guy came up to me and goes, "I took your advice yesterday. I called out. I told him I wasn't going to be there." And he goes, and I said, "Work will be there on Tuesday." I was like, good man. And that's the coolest part about it is that's where you have to put things in perspective. And I don't mind working on Mondays because my job, I love what I do.